SMT Nation, we are back. Nation, we've got a breaking story out of the Wall Street Journal. Verizon is in advanced talks to acquire Frontier Communications. This one is wild. Before we get started with this, please do like and share this video, subscribe if you're new here, and turn on the notification bell to never miss an upload from the SMT. Alright folks, so we have ourselves a deal that appears to be in advanced stages. What Verizon would be doing would be purchasing a company that they actually once sold. I think it's been a long time, it's been several years, but this would be a reuniting of sorts. Now in the process, over the course of the last several years, Frontier has been building out a fiber network, and I think they have made themselves an attractive acquisition target by Verizon. And this also could potentially be a play. I think maybe there has been some suppression of sorts in the merger and acquisition market while interest rates have been pretty high. Now conditions may be softening and loosening, and borrowing money for a company like Verizon would come at an easier cost than a lower interest rate. So it may have been something that's been on the radar for a while. And I think also the fact that Verizon has been trying to de-lever a little bit, pay down some debt, I think that's been a factor. I also think AT&T was in play for Frontier as well, and this probably throws a wrench into the woodwork. So there's quite a bit, and we know that T-Mobile has been buying fiber as well, right? So all of that is part of this. But I want to give you guys some understanding of the scale of this. Frontier as an acquisition is not small. It's not big either, but it's major enough to where that puts Verizon in some new places, where it's outside of their standard Verizon Fios footprint and obviously enhances the One Fiber project. And if this deal is valued around $7 billion, to give you guys kind of scale on that, the TracFone deal was less than that, right? Them acquiring TracFone came in just I think a hair above $6 billion, and I think a 50% cash, 50% stock compensation type of transaction. So I'm not sure how they would structure this deal. I'm assuming it could be something like that. But this is not an expensive purchase for Verizon. They generate $7 billion in free cash flows in like 2 quarters, right? So it wouldn't be an issue to make this deal happen. And it feels like they were really gung-ho on kind of going in this direction. And maybe it was to block AT&T. We're seeing that in the industry now. We get the sense of that. You know, I think that's a possibility. I think there's some of that market acquisition, merger and acquisition suppression. I think that's been a factor. But I do find it interesting that they sold this company and now they want it back. You know, and maybe it was the fiber building. Maybe they realized that they need to get out of their own standard ILEC footprint. Maybe they've got to expand. You know, maybe that's a factor. I don't know. I'm a little surprised by this. I'm a little caught off guard, but it is very interesting. It's something we're going to watch very closely. But this feels like it's advanced talks. You know, I wish I was a fly on the wall and I could get in on those conversations, you know, to see how this deal all went down. But this has been something that is a bit of a shocker. I don't think anybody was ready for this. So we'll see if this closes out soon. It should, based on the language used in this drop from the Wall Street Journal story. But we'll give you guys more updates when they become available. Stay tuned for more from the SMT. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one. SMT Nation, it is time for me to introduce to you Aura. Give you guys an incredible suite of cybersecurity protections to keep everything that you do online safe. Keeping you safe from identity theft, scams, online threats, including protections for your entire family. They offer pretty much a worry-free trial period. Obviously, the pricing is very competitive, starting at $12 per month. They've got one simple and easy app for you to use. They've got incredible features, $1 million in coverage, 24/7 expert fraud support, transparent pricing, the money-back guarantee at 60 days with a free trial, no strings attached. So with the odds of falling victim to an online crime being 1 in 4, this would change everything. Really should check them out. The financial fraud protection is worth its weight in gold. Help keep your kids protected within boundaries that you set forth for them. Proven to be the fastest, most reliable fraud alert system. And it's as simple as choosing your plan, simply setting up how you're enrolled, and then getting notified for all the things that it's monitoring. Start your free trial now. Use our link. It's down in the description, and it's also here on the screen, aura.com/Sneed. You guys can click the URL. It's hyperlinked down in the description. And again, it's up here on the screen, aura.com/Sneed. Protect yourself from all the digital threats that's out there in the world.